Repealing the state's food sales tax is a hot topic after Governor Kristi Noem announced 2 weeks ago she would push for it if reelected next month.
It has brought up discussions from different sides as we inch closer to the November election. On the night beat, KELOLAND's Carter Schmidt talks with lawmakers to get their take on the food sales tax and whether a special session is needed. Good evening, Carter.
Good evening, Don. The two state representatives I talked with say they support the idea of repealing the food tax, but would need more information before voting on a bill. As for when that vote could happen, is still up in the air. Republican Representative Greg Jameson says any conversation about repealing a tax is a good one to have.
My initial feelings are, well, let's analyze the budget system for the state. Let's make sure we've got all of our other things covered within state government. Are we funding them properly?
He says every legislator he knows would like to eliminate the food tax, but they need more information.
Going to a special session doesn't give us that time. We might be able to get a glimpse from the administration or from a certain group about some of the facts as they see it, but in no way is it the proper process to do something so big for our state and so important.
Democrat Representative Linda Duba also says more information is needed.
We don't have all the facts. Without the facts, you can't just take a blind vote. Sounds good on the surface, but we must do this responsibly.
Duba says it needs to be looked at from a budget perspective.
I think it would be disingenuous if I said we could take a $100 million hit to the budget in one fell swoop. So I think that we need to look at the data and figure out what works and implement the best and smartest way, not only for retailers, but for the people of the state of South Dakota.
A special session on the sales tax could happen if Noem or 2/3 of each chamber call for it.
I think if the governor wants to, she can call a special session today. She has the power. We've been asked to vote on it, but she does not need to have us vote. If she wants to do this, call the special session now.
Jameson says he'd like to see a food sales tax bill go through the legislative session process.
Even though the political footballs are flying back and forth, hot and heavy, and everybody wants it, and everybody wants to be the winner, I think the calmer approach is to just wait until we get to session, analyze all the facts regarding it, all the details, and then make an educated vote.
In an email sent to lawmakers this morning, there is a petition they can sign if they would like to see a special session. If it does gather 2/3 of the signatures needed from both the House and Senate, a special session is requested to take place November 3rd, or, quote, as soon as reasonably possible.
Thank you, Carter. The deadline